Hey everyone, so this is just going to be a tutorial on Canva Color Wheel, and I can't tell you this enough how amazing this tool is with inside the program. It is just an unbelievable tool to get started on anything that you're doing. So if you're creating a logo or a poster or even a presentation and you want to start somewhere, you have your content, you kind of have an idea of what colors you really like to develop with. This is the greatest tool to start with. So we're going to begin here at this page. This is the color wheel page, and there is the URL for that color wheel page. But right next to this image of me, I'll put a button for you to click on, and there will be a link that'll take you to this page, and you can work with me as you go. And just as a side note, you should know that that little button that I created, I did that in Canva as well. And eventually I will be creating a video so that you guys can see all the extra fun things you can do with videos and how you can adjust them. So getting back to color wheel, it'll start you off with your color wheel, and this is the default, and it brings you to these two colors. Now, as far as choosing colors are concerned, it's on you. Just make something that you know is going to make the presentation readable and is going to make you happy with the color choice that you've made. So I will just choose a color here. This is my main color, and it is as a default set up for complementary colors, which means it'll give you your default color, and it will also give you your complementary color, which is usually the other side of the color wheel. Now, from there, I honestly do not like the other color that it chose, this green. I'm not into it, but I can choose a different situation here. So instead of complementary colors, I can choose monochromatic, which allows me to choose on the same side of the color wheel, but like two different shades of that color, which is nice, but that can kind of get boring after a while within the presentation that you're doing. So I'm going to go with Anaglis. So that gives me three different colors within the range of what I'm building here. So you can see that I have my palette, and I can choose create a graphic, or I can choose export the palette. Now, if I export the palette, it'll bring me into Canva, and there's like Canva Pro. And if you don't have Canva Pro, that's really okay. I'm not going to even show that one right now because the create a graphic is really amazing, and this is the freer version. So there we go. Click the create a graphic, and it'll open up in Canva, and it will open up templates of things that have been created using that color template. And so if you can see, I have all these great ideas and beautiful things that people have created with those colors in it. Unfortunately for me, I'm just using this for a presentation because that's what I wanted to do. And there are some presentation pieces here, but there's a lot of other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click onto all filters, and I'm going to go down into this area here, and I'm going to click on presentation. Now you might not see that, but that's really okay because you can just type it into search categories and presentation will come up. And if you want, you can scroll down and click some other filters like the style, what you might want. This is just what interests me. And then you can go down. You can even go down to here, and if you have content that you want to be put in for specific grades, it'll give you presentations that have been developed already within that grade. I'm not going to do that because I already have my content. So I'm just going to hit apply. And what will come up is just presentations now within those color ranges. And I can see some really great presentations here. I'm going to probably choose this one here. And you can see it's all set up, kind of gives you some light versions as well as a dark version. So I will click onto that. That seems to be the one that I like the most. And I'm then going to click customize a template, but you can see it. By the way, when you click things, it gives you just more options. Sometimes you can just get lost in the options, but I'm going to click the customize this template. And when I get to the customize this template, it brings this up, and now everything is completely interactive. So I can suddenly just change everything. So let's say I'm doing something for STEM, and we're going to talk about CO2 dragsters. I may want to just bring that down a little bit in size. And now I obviously want to get rid of this. I'm not working for that company. And instead of using this person's name, I can then put my own name in there. Remove that. And so you can see that everything is really customizable. I mean, it's just unbelievable what they can do. And you can make it your own. And that's what this is all about. When you have a little bit of a issue coming up with the creation, but you really want to do something great, this is the way to do it. Now you can also see that there's some, graphics in the background, and you can go from slide to slide, adding your stuff in there. For example, like this slide has a picture in here. That picture is obviously not going to do what I want it to do, but I can go to my uploads. I actually have an upload in here of a car, and I just have to scroll it down, and there we go. That's the car that I can use. And if I bring it in, it'll bring it into that. And I have to just make some obvious adjustments, but you can see how things work. And then I could just add my content here, and you do that step by step. So again, this is a great way to start any project that you want. I just chose a presentation today, and just starting that from the color wheel. So good luck and have fun.